folks, this is tonight's game of the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. I'm Finn, and I'm here with Lightbulb. Hey folks, this is one of our biggest of the supporting as we are ready to have our second batch of the games for tonight's game. Tonight we see the OKC Thunders, the number 1 seeded team, playing against the number 8 seed team, the Dallas Mavericks. It's one of our biggest on between of a state borderlines between Texas and Oklahoma City. This is going to be one of our big takes here. The home of the Sooners and the other one, the Lone Star State. But as for right now, this one was always going to be the number taken. As OKC Thunders are one of the big teams here, and they've got their power best plays in the game by Shea Alexander, Legend Stewart, and one of our biggest supporters, Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams is one of our biggest on a strong take effort. It's going to be one of our biggest supports here between those two. And as of right now, it's going to be hard, so let's hope that they got another take here. So what's your take here, Lightbulb, and who do you think is going to win? I'm going to say OKC is going to be a great take here, and it's my only time. I just really love seeing this thing here. This one's going to be an amazing game ever. Because of OKC Thunders, they've been really like stepping in the digit here to start things along. So I'm hoping that this one is going to start with their first game to make that often appearances. And nothing really settles down here, as this one is the first part of it to make the game happen. We really might be seeing what's going on. So I think the first game is going to be a great start to it. Yeah, I feel ya. I think OKC is going to be a great team. Anyway, as we get started for the starting lineups, the head coach for the Mavericks is Jason Kidd for the Dallas team. And for the lineups, Spencer Dinwiddie. He's along with Klay Thompson, then PJ Washington, Anthony Davis, and Daniel Gafford. And on the other side, for the OKC Thunders, Mark Donnell is the head coach for the Thunders. The players are Shea Alexander, Legend Stewart, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, and Isaiah Hartenstein. Let's get the game on. Sitting by have his Kevin Harlan along with Rick Anthony and our Clark Kellogg for our 2K Sports crew, and David Aldrich will be the center court for tonight's game. We'll see you all everybody for the post-game show after this. It's going to be one fantastic. Alright, are you ready for this one? I am ready. How about you all, viewers? Are you ready for tonight's game? You're going to love it. Mavericks, Thunder, next on 2K Sports.
Coming right up, the Thunder taking on the Mavericks. For Oklahoma City, the best win percentage in the league. They've got talent. They've got coaching. They've got everything you need to compete for a title. Mavs, Thunder is next. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And of course, David Aldrich is joining us tonight for the sideline. Now, we'll look at Dallas' starting lineup. Anthony Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then there's PJ Washington. And it's Thompson. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. And for the Thunder, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Alexander Weinstein with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. So Greg, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
Now, here's Alexander. Outside, Dort. Back to Alexander. Shot clock at 5. From about 19 feet. Rebounded by Gafford. Here's Dallas. Dinwiddie up top. Alexander cover. Out to the right wing. And the foul called out.
Offensive foul on the Thunder.
That's his
PJ Washington.
That was a quick
His first personal foul.
So certainly calling it
This will
close.
be now Thunder though.
Now Williams. Gilgeous Alexander kicks to Williams. Shoots over Washington.
Chile Williams. Gilgeous Alexander.
Nice find by Gilgeous Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
A pass to Gafford. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Dinwiddie passes to Thompson. Offensive rebound Mavericks. Washington off with the layup.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in.
Fouls on the Mavs. Spencer Dinwiddie. His first personal foul. First team foul.
D right there, just telling them no easy layup.
And all of unders.
And that's
Shit. Gilgeous Alexander.
Shooting their first free throws of the game.
Shots.
Trip to the line.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
And the first one drops.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder, just an all-around terrific basketball player.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Dagnall for a minute. Now, when asked about the game plan with Anthony Davis, coach said, we have to do our best to keep him out of the paint. That's where he's most effective. If he beats us with his jump shot, well, we can live with that. Interior defense will be put to the test. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Just four.
Oh, chillin' Williams.
Over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
For Dallas, they've gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities. And he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
Gilgeous Alexander passes to Williams. Back to Gilgeous Alexander. Shoots over Dinwiddie.
Gilgeous Alexander.
Creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And also defending. Looking strong.
He's also a
His first personal foul. First team foul.
on both sides of the ball.
The line for the Mavs. Klay Thompson. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Well, Thompson is known for that shooting ability, but deserves more recognition for his defense. He's got the size, the lateral quickness, and most importantly, the desire defensively.
And so Thompson nails both of them. And so here is Oklahoma City. Williams scanning the floor. Pass to Holmgren. It's Gilgeous Alexander at the elbow. Off on the layup. Mavericks trail by 6. Dinwiddie outside. Thompson in the corner. That one for
Wait, Thompson.
for 3. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Gilgeous Alexander finds Hartenstein. Williams passes to Hartenstein. Outside, Dort. Now, here's Holmgren. Outside, Gilgeous Alexander. High, arcing shot.
Shea Gilgeous Alexander.
Alexander's got his second best of the game.
Oh, silky smooth shot there by Gilgeous Alexander. He knew the floater was the right move to beat the defense.
Oklahoma City leading by 5. Passes it to Williams. Over Davis. Williams can't get it to go.
Well, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Wait, Thompson.
He has 7.
Known as a shooter, Thompson's size allows him to score inside as well.
It's Williams, high post. Holmgren the pass to Hartenstein. Back to Holmgren. His shot.
Shea Holmgren.
For 2 from the floor.
Oh,
Isaiah Hartenstein.
just too tall, and boy, is he skilled.
And it'll be the Mavericks with their
Mavericks and call timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Now, I know that you're definitely thinking of this one here, but as I mentioned it before, here's what happens with Shea Gilgeous Alexander. He had a lot of his interview on his own time as he had a little bit of listening and standing by.
Yeah, it all starts with getting stops. We get stops and we're able to play fast, play to our strengths, play in open space. That's the key to it all. I mean, if you look at any of those runs, we stack multiple possessions of great defensive possessions. Then it allows us to be who we are offensively. It's no secret. That's what it takes to have those stints in the game, and we know that. And that's our intention when we go out there. Not just to have like one good possession, 2 bad, 1 good. It's like stack them up.
It wasn't really that imitating, is it? I don't know. I believe that. I thought that was going to be it. Well, but it looks like I changed it anyway. I mean, just won't be enough to make the cut. But that's what happens. They definitely do. Indeed. Back to Kevin.
From the Thunder going with the Rockets. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Derek
News changes on the court for the Thunders. Number 9.
Comes in for Davis.
Alex Caruso.
He's checked in for
Number
Washington.
6.
And it's Williams.
Joe Williams. Number 3. Ahmed
7 points in the game.
11. Alex Joe.
Bounce pass from Williams. Here's Lively. And
Foul on the Thunder.
so he'll be
Chris Wallace, number 22. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Lively, elite in all 3
Line
categories.
for the Mavericks. Derek Lively. 2 shots.
For the Thunder.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
That one is off. To the surprise of some, Derek Lively made an immediate impact as a rookie.
Count me amongst those folks, Kevin. I saw him in college and I liked his potential, and I thought it would take a while longer for him to have an impact, but boy, he has exceeded expectations in a big way. And because of his shot blocking and energy, running the floor, rim running, and the like, he's earned himself some nice minutes as a contributing player.
Thunder coming to this one after the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans. To Joe. Wiggins up top against New Orleans, who is really on his game. It's
Isaiah Joe.
Start they were hoping for.
Andrew Wiggins.
Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Williams looking around. Williams with the block. Joe with it. 17 points in his last game.
He's ready in the first quarter. 2 minutes.
Back to Joe. 6 on the shot clock. Waltz. It's rebounded by Dallas. The last encounter was in Oklahoma City where they were able to handle the Thunder.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Clearly, that was the overriding factor. Double-digit advantage on the boards. They just pounded them inside.
Exo's shot is off. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Higgins outside. Off to a good
Andrew Wiggins.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
1:12 left to play in the first quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Outside Williams. Pass to Lively. Shot clock at 6. Here's Marshall. Wiggins with the rebound. There's 42 seconds left in the first. Waltz, and it's blocked. Here's Exum. No scoring in this one. Williams double team. And taken away by Wallace. 23 seconds left to play here in the first. Count the bucket.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressive.
Now we'll count the bucket for the Thunder.
You know, the defense.
Maps foul on number 0. Dante Exum.
Four straight.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
City shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And a line for the Thunder. Jalen Williams. Shooting one.
And Williams no good on that one. Mavericks trail by 10. To the inside. Here's Marshall. Good. And I said Marshall Williams.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Now Joe. Got it up. And the last second.
And that's it for the first quarter.
Oklahoma City.
OKC Thunder.
Driver's seat.
18
points at the end of the quarter.
And the Mavericks.
Has been the big key. The percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back to the action in just a minute. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a
Fouls on the Thunder. Number 8. Jalen Williams. His first personal foul. First team foul.
at the same rate.
And a line for the Mavericks. PJ Washington.
When he out there,
2 shots.
and it's Anthony Davis. Then there's PJ Washington. And it's Edwards in at the power forwards position. First free throw is good. Like we were just talking, PJ Washington has improved his defense, hasn't he?
He really has been intentional about getting better at that end of the floor. And, you know, he always had a good foundation for potentially being an outstanding defender, but then he put the work in. You know, he does a great job with his positioning. He's got excellent positional size, and because of all of that and his work, he's a versatile defender now that can make an impact at that end of the floor. a dependable stretch for Washington is also somebody who continues to look to improve every year in the league.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Passes it to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And it's Williams. Williams has got his second bucket.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Back to Dinwiddie. And it's caught by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And great read there by SGA. Knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instincts.
Back to Williams. Stolen by Washington. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. The Thunder leading by 8. Outside Williams. Back to Holmgren. Christie against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams. A shot off that time. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Out to the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander against Christie. It's Edwards on the wing for Williams. Dallas again missing. The Thunder shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. Fires for 3. Williams has got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder.
Mavericks on timeout.
All time here. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Over. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment. That's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win the day. Yep.
A bad attitude thrown by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David.
You know, big moments out there. I always see what's going on. I think it's one of the fans that's going to be out there. I think we have a probable matchup between those two. So I think the race to the conference finals is going to be Celtics, and the other side of it is going to be, wow. I'm probably going to say the other team is going to be like it's close. I think the Cavaliers might be the next matchup. 1 versus 2nd seed. And I think the other team is going to be the Lakers facing against the OKC Thunders. I'm predicting on this matchup. I'm hoping there is one. Alright, I guess what you have been looking for. I think there might be one way to race in, but it's still early. It's just the first game. Back to you, Kevin.
He's checked in for Williams.
Checking back in for the OKC Thunders. Isaiah Hardenstein.
Dinwiddie passes to Davis. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Thompson in the corner. Good!
Klay Thompson for 3.
Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game. Klay Thompson.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein.
Isaiah Hardenstein.
Look at the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. Now here's Dinwiddie. Still without a basket. A shot by Thompson and no one's around. A 3-pointer off the mark. Oklahoma City leading by 10. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 points for him. The pass to Hartenstein. Fires from deep. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made one of them. To the left side wing. Here's Gafford. And
Daniel Gafford.
An excellent passer for a big man.
DJ
Washington's floor awareness, impressive.
Oklahoma City has gone 1 or 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Outside Williams. Jordan left side. Gilgeous Alexander against Dinwiddie. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Thompson looking for an opening. Dinwiddie attacking. Misses from close range. The Thunder with the lead. Outside, Gilgeous Alexander. George finds Gilgeous Alexander. And he makes it.
Gilgeous Alexander.
Strong take by SGA. 6'6" with point guard skill.
Fouls on the Mavericks. Daniel Gaffer
We always talk about
has his first personal foul.
offensive side.
Receive foul.
Deflections and steals, his defense.
Alignment of Thunder.
Yeah, his
Shit, Gilgeous Alexander.
overlooked.
Somewhat shooting one.
People in the know how good of a defender he is.
The free throw off from Gilgeous Alexander. Mavericks trail by 10. To the middle. And it's
Anthony Davis. That was just two mistakes or did win.
Put on the show in there.
up top, Gilgeous Alexander. Dinwiddie covering. Gilgeous Alexander can't get it to go. Looking at Dallas, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Grizzlies. Here's Dinwiddie, and the layup.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie's got his first 2 points.
Dinwiddie doing damage with the rock in his hands. The defender just unable to keep up.
Gilgeous Alexander kicks to Dort. On the wing, Williams.
Chillin' Williams.
He's got 5 points in the quarter.
Little Jet Stewart.
Makes the smart play there. He spots a wide open shooter and just gets him the ball.
To the left wing. And with this,
Dante Exum.
it's got down to 6. That one coming from Exum.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Dinwiddie against Gilgeous Alexander. On the wing, Williams. To the inside. Here's Hartenstein. Near the three-point line, it's Holmgren. Outside, Dort. Fires the three.
Little Jet Stewart. The three.
Here from Jordan. But he's put in a ton of work on it, and it shows.
Thompson, left side. Fires from 18. And
Anthony Davis.
it's got to just 7 on the basket.
Timeout on the Thunders.
8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win.
That's what everybody has been looking at it for. Coming up will be a halftime report. This will be the 2K Sports to give it a crew over to Ernie Johnson along with Shug and Giddy the Jet Smith as we're ready to show what's this on for the Thunders and the Dallas Mavericks. For the first half of the game, it's going to be one take to what does it say? It's going to be everybody, so don't miss out. First half is going to be on the line to finish things off. 32-25 is definitely what the score is. Halftime show is coming up after this. Checking in for the OKC Thunders, Alex Caruso, Chris Wallace,
and it's
Isaiah Joe,
for Gilgeous Alexander. Then for the Mavericks,
and Andrew Wiggins.
Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Marshall comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's
Alex Caruso.
Nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Mavericks. 9-point game. Still lively. Outside Williams. Jacks up a three. Thunder with the rebound. Now here's Wallace. Hasn't made one yet.
Nice D by Lively there. He can block shots both at the rim and out away from the basket.
Joe finds Wallace. Back to Joe. He's looking for Wiggins and finds him. And there
Andrew Wiggins.
11-point threat.
Isaiah Joe.
Guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Marshall inside the three-point line. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 3 when they stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Passes to Wallace. There's the dish to Holmgren. On the wing, Wallace. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Joe. And he
Fouls on Wallace. Williams. This first personal foul. Second team foul.
On that one, shouldn't be much debate there.
And a line for the Thunder. Isaiah Joe.
Simple.
2
trip
shots.
to the line. And that one falls for Joe.
Checking in for the Mavericks, number 00, Max Christie. And number 20, Kevon Edwards.
And Joe drops them both.
And that's it for the first half of the game. Your scores, Thunders 38 and the Mavericks 25.
Big dial in so far from the field. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half. What's the adjustment going to be?
We got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in the warm-up. So we got to come out with great intensity, great mindset, try to go out there and win the third quarter.
I've never heard anyone say it starts in warm-ups until now. Thanks, AD. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Oklahoma City has the edge here at halftime. They have a 13-point lead. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
They were getting after it on the glass. Like, wow, they got a nice edge in that department, which is great to this game. They won the heart and hustle down in that first half. Now
Kenny, how do you think Dallas played?
they've been out of sync in this shooting struggling to make good looks, setting up shots. I like to see them drive the basketball more and get easy buckets.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
You've been watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous Alexander runs things with Gort to
DJ
the
Washington.
side. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. And that's who Mark Daigneault starts the second half. Here's Gilgeous Alexander following the three-point basket by Dallas. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, we've cross-matched him onto centers.
Isaiah Hartenstein.
It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup. Kevin?
The versatility, that is pretty special. To the paint, it's deflected. Gafford with the steal. Thompson for the triple. Gilgeous Alexander with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now Holmgren after the missed three from Klay Thompson. Shot clock at 3. And he
Chet Holmgren.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside. They're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
on its way from Dinwiddie for 2. Misses the jumper. The Thunder leading by 14. That's tipped. And the officials
Not more violation.
not very careful there.
Dallas ball.
They're the top half of the league and fewest turnovers per game. With a little more focus, I think they could find themselves in the top 10.
And once again, on their block shots, rim protection, Greg, has been a focus this season, and it's gotten them a spot in the top 10. They are very tough inside. And now round 2 is gone by. And there's a 3-second call.
Mavs on the wall.
This will be his third free throw
Shooting for Dallas. Klay Thompson. Back to line. 1.
That free throw good from Thompson. Here is Davis. He's one of the better scorers in the
Anthony Davis.
25 points a game.
Davis really going up strong once he's near the basket. Love seeing him do that.
Gilgeous Alexander against Dinwiddie. Pass to Dort. Back to Gilgeous Alexander. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Thompson with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Legend score!
Very good inside. Dort's got great upper body strength.
Inside, Washington.
DJ Washington.
With the dunk.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Now, here's Gilgeous Alexander.
Shea, you're gorgeous, Alexander!
About the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Gafford misses.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And stolen by Thompson. Here's Washington. And it's blocked by Gilgeous Alexander. And there's the pass to Hartenstein. Gilgeous Alexander passes to Holmgren over Thompson.
Shea Holmgren!
Gilgeous Alexander.
I'm saying it's Lawrence Alexander.
He's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now, here's Dinwiddie. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. And it's
Shea, you're gorgeous, Alexander!
These defenders just look a bit overmatched. especially.
Timeout, Mavericks.
Timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
And he's already been on a great night. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. The Loud House continues at OKC. Look at this. Fans are loving it. The NBA playoffs on 2K Sports is brought to you by State Farm. Like your neighbor, State Farm is there. An all-new Kia Electrode, official auto trader of the NBA. And by American Express. Don't live life without it.
And the Thunder with some changes. Williams comes in for Isaiah.
Check it back on here on the court.
And it's
Number 8, Jalen
Williams.
Williams.
Dallas also making some changes.
Number 5, Lucas Dort.
He's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Dante Exum comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Williams in for Dinwiddie. Second chance effort. Exum's shot is off.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. After Dante Exum's miss, Gilgeous-Alexander. A rebound by Washington. Mavericks trail by 17. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Caruso with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Caruso, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, here's Exum. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. 17-point lead, their biggest. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Exum. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Dallas has gone 1-2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Out to Thompson, trying to get something going. They grabbed their own miss. Here's Lively. The shot, no good. The Thunder leading by 17. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Good.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
For Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. The
And Jim Williams.
Right now, not one of their better showings. Williams passes to Washington.
DJ Washington.
Well, we're going to see lots of those. Washington can really get up.
Timeout on the Thunder.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
The end-team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Well, there might be some sliding teeth and emotion out there afterwards. There might be number takes in. So, as we stick around here for the other side of the game for day number 2, the first game that we'll be seeing things is right around the corner. First game, as we have, is the one of our big takes here. As you may have already noticed, how will this happen? Well, it's just what everybody does. As the other side of the game, we'll be starting off with something a little bit different here. The 1 versus the 8 seed as the Cavaliers take on against the Atlanta Hawks. And then the next one will be all takes in the third versus the 7th seed, as this will be a great take, as this will be the 7th seed against the 2nd seed, Rockets against the Golden State, against the other team, the Timberwolves. And then the 4th versus 5th seed, Denver and Los Angeles are definitely going to be the harder ones to take. So, it's going to be hard, guys. Stay around. Stick around for the next one. And then the Knicks is the best sense. Back together.
For Dort. And it's Isaiah Joe in for
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
Edwards, he's checked in for P.J. Washington. Marshall comes in for Thompson. Christie subbed in for Exum. Williams can't hit. Mavericks trail by 17. And the foul called.
Another foul. Chris Wallace, his second personal foul. First team foul.
1:41 left in the third quarter of the game. No one near Edwards as he hits it.
Edwards for three.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic for beat if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Now here's Caruso. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. There's Williams. And that
Fouls on Ellis. Kevin A. Edwards. His first personal foul. First team foul.
Look at how the points have been generated so far.
Alive defender.
For the Thunder.
Fitz. Caleb Williams. Taking 2
All
shots.
about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
You know, the defense has given them that shot, and they've knocked it down consistently, and that's been a real key factor for them tonight.
And he knocks down the first one.
If you guys look at the highlights for Jalen Williams, keep your eyes on the play here. That'll be our next coverage to see what his status for Jalen Williams.
And both free throws good for Williams. Mavericks trail by 16. Outside Edwards. Passes it to Lively. Here's Christie. Drives to the hoop.
Christie.
He is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, great. He can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you got a big advantage.
Wiggins battles.
Andrew Wiggins.
Wiggins has got 6.
Alex Caruso.
Willing to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming.
Derek Lively.
He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
In that height, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Williams with the ball. He's got 9. Caruso finds Joe. Here's Wallace. Chalk up to the
Chris Wallace. Isaiah Joe with the
Well, the size
assist.
mismatch is no problem for this fella guy. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
He lobs it up. Oh, and they get away the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Wiggins. That will count. And the last shot.
And that's going to do for the third quarter. The score, OKC Thunders 58 and the Dallas Mavericks 42.
Points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we'll be right back after this.
Just only one more quarter to go in the Loud City. Be back after this.
A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
We're not talking to each other. Offensively or defensively, let's talk.
And Coach Jason Kidd citing one of the things that can happen over the course of an evening.
Final quarter, here we go.
Communication.
And the problem is, even in a league of superstars, this is ultimately a team game. You have to work together to succeed.
And one
Shea Gilchrist Alexander.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's a 5 for Jason Kidd right now. They've got Washington, Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Klay Thompson. Then it's Derek Lively, and it's Gafford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
It's Dort.
Giving the defense a break.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to Gafford. On the wing, Thompson. Puts up a three. Buries the long
Klay Thompson for three.
Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
Thompson against Wallace. There's the pass to Holmgren. Back to Wallace. And stolen by Thompson. Pass to Lively. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Thompson misses.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him that he's up off the threes.
Now, here's Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Dort finds Holmgren.
Holmgren!
And the Thunder lead by 19.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off the
Daniel Gafford.
And it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Dort. Intense shot, and the shot is
Holmgren!
In the paint today, their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Lively. Pass to Gafford. Thompson in the corner. From deep. It's stolen by Dort. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Wallace. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got his fourth rebound in this one.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Back to Dinwiddie. Trying to shoot. Down low. Thompson misses. Oklahoma City leading by 19 points. Thompson against Dort. Back to Holmgren. They get it again. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. On the wing, Wallace. Lively defending. Oklahoma City moving it around.
Center for three.
This is SGA's role.
Marlucci Storm.
His score.
Timeout Mavericks.
And things seem to be getting tougher for the big spending team, Spark, but we're seeing a lot of them go all in before the toughest penalties take effect.
Yeah, the frozen pit provision kicks in next season, and the season after that, luxury taxes ramp way up. Powerhouse teams trying to make hay while the sun shines is a pretty good strategic business move, but the landscape is certainly changing.
Well, better changes is that way anyway, so really, we do believe on that. Coming up later tonight will be the Lakers and the Warriors. It will be the battle for the 4th versus 5th seed. And with nothing to have here, we're going to change it up to the 3rd versus 6th seed. We're changing that one a little bit difference here because there's a lot to do for a better restanding. And for this one, it's not always an easy one. Then the next game will be, later tonight. Denver Nuggets are playing against the Clippers in Mile High. That'll be a number one for tomorrow night to keep an eye on it. First, Eastern Conference, then a Western Conference, then Eastern, and then a Western Conference. A little status in the range. Cavs and the Hawks. Can't wait to see that one here for tomorrow night's game. Can't wait. Back to you, Kevin.
A moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Gilgeous-Alexander.
And to me, the best part of the game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. Gafford finds Washington. We know players are not shy about criticizing officiating.
Fouls on the Thunder. Isaiah Hartenstein. First sports school foul. First team foul. And the line for the Mavericks. PJ Washington. Taking 2 shots.
Between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
And he makes the first.
Well, there's no ways in that because the PJ Washington, he really had to choose what he had to do for. He didn't really want to take anybody else outwards. But hey, there's no change to this. It's going to be one take to the other.
Both good from the line that time. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. Outside Williams. Over Washington. Williams' shot is off. Mavericks trail by 20. And here is Washington. Knocks it loose. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Daniel Gafford. This from PJ Washington.
Consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now here's Williams. Hartenstein with it. Shoots over Gafford. And the rejection by Gafford. Washington passes to Thompson. Unloads from 13.
Klay Thompson.
Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Thompson, so pure as a shooter. I mean, he gets that mid-range look, and he's not going to hesitate to let it go.
And there's the pass to Holmgren. Hartenstein with it.
Isaiah Hartenstein.
And the Thunder lead by 18.
2 minutes remaining in regulation. 2 minutes.
When they're open, he gets them the ball.
And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Daniel Gafford.
Throws it down.
This goes to
At its best, an unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
And it all had to be because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
Here's Williams. The Mavericks making the shot. Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 on the clock. Shoots from 8, and it's George.
Stop!
9 points for Lou George.
Timeout on the Mavericks.
In a lopsided victory, I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here.
For the Thunder.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
Well, in a dominant year where we watched this team battle night in and night out all season long, this will bring their win total to an impressive 69. And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I thought his active hands were a big help. I mean, he took some chances on defense, and his gambles paid off. He got a bunch of steals.
So, Frank, you play the ball.
On the board.
If you had to pick a different position to play,
4-11. Isaiah.
Good question. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fierce
Christie.
score and dunk over.
Daniel Gafford.
catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Williams. And it's Isaiah Joe in for George. And here now the Thunder. The Mavericks making the shot. Wiggins left side. Over Marshall. And
Aaron
go.
Wiggins.
And the Thunder lead by 18.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
And they deserve it. They deserve to celebrate a dominant performance in what's going to be a blowout win.
They get the rebound. Gafford kicks to Marshall. Gafford passes to Edwards. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Williams scanning the floor. Pass to Joe. Holmgren against Edwards. Holmgren the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shea Gorgeous Alexander.
Just competing, giving your best.
Shea Holmgren.
And once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Nobody near Williams. Traps in the tray.
David Williams.
It's
for
been
three.
this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
So no problem.
Underway. Final score 77. And the Dallas Mavericks 60.
This sort of dominance, particularly here at home, it's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
That's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
All right there, Kevin. Thank you very much. And let's have a look for the team comparisons with those two teams. Here's what I do with the total statistics with each teams. 59 field goals for the OKC Thunders, and it was 40% for the three-pointers was only Dallas, with free throws for only 89. Then both teams had fast break points with only 4. There wasn't any lead there that's going to change it off. 54 points in the paint with 12 second chance. Bench points was 20. 26 was the assist. 8 defensive rebounds, 25 defensive rebounds, and only 9 steals. That must have been a very good effort for OKC. Done a great job. Both teams had 3 blocks. It was kind of even up. Really didn't take all of it. Then it was only 8 turnovers with only OKC Thunders. Then both teams had 5 team fouls. Then it's only 8 dunks for Dallas Mavericks. 22 biggest lead for the OKC Thunders, and only 18-20 in time possession. So I couldn't say no. I mean, it looks like it just did turn really well. Keeping it in? Good effort. Alright, I'll take this thing over with the 3-star players of the game. 3rd star starts things often as we're looking at it right in the range, and I got a feeling with this one, it goes to Chet Holmgren with 12 points, 10 rebounds with 5 assists, and it was 6 out of 9 field goals with only 22 performance effort and only 1 dunk. You gotta say now, I mean, just playing it for some world takes, and say everybody can definitely be a hero. Number 2 star, as I go right over into the Dallas Mavericks, this one gives it off apparently. Klay Thompson with only 16 points with only 1 rebound and only 1 assist. 3 steals, 5 out of 13 field goal range with only 3 3-pointers, and it was 18 performance effort. I couldn't say now for Klay Thompson, he was really working it off. But the day was always a worth, and the finishing can definitely be a huge star. And your number 1 star, New Balance player of the game, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. 21 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. That was amazing. 9 out of 14 field goals were putting it in, and then 1 3-pointer made out of one in. Just 32 performance effort. He been on a pressure. And you gotta make that one clear, because he just took it all. What a star. Alright there, thank you very much. And as for now, that is it for the first part of the game. If you're ready for the second game, Warriors and the Lakers, that'll be the next coverage game underway soon at Crypto.com Arena. So that'll be the next game underway soon, once this one gives a break. So with that being said, let's see what happens if the other side goes in. There might be a yes, or there may be a not. Well, we don't know what's going to change out if anything has happened. Alright, I'm stepping out right now, and I'll see you all again next time. Good night, everybody. And as always, peace out for a while as the NBA on 2K Sports or 2K25 dial. This is Fan and Lightbulb signing out. See you for the next game, and for those of you who aren't, thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.
If you don't, somebody will.